Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I usually don't watch that much network TV, but one thing I've been watching for a long time is the lineup Fox has on Sunday nights. Now it's called Animation Domination. You know, there's a couple live action shows. Now, I was thinking, and way back when, I've been watching the Sunday night lineup since I got out of Germany when I was in the Army. Because in the Army, I watched some Fox shows like The Simpsons was just came on, became a thing, and Married with Children. But on AFN, it was just one station that played like little bits of ABC, NBC. It was just one station that played everything from different channels. And when I got home, I discovered Fox TV because I like Married with Children and the Simpsons stuff. Back then, I think Simpsons was on Thursday night. Married with Children was still on Sunday. And I started watching that. And I remember watching Fort Bragg, especially the great lineup. They had Parker Lewis Can't Lose. And then the Simpsons moved to 8 o'clock. I'm pretty sure Simpsons, then Get a Life, then Married with Children, and Herman's Head. Now, I watched the new lineup for Animation Domination, even though there's live action shows now. Because it used to be all animation a few years back because they had like American Dad and all this other stuff. I don't know. I don't know if American Dad got canceled. I know Cleveland Show got canceled. And last Sunday night it was Bob's Burgers at 7:30. At 7 o'clock, sometimes they show a show that didn't do too well. Because I remember one of my favorite shows on Fox was a show called Enlisted. And they canceled it. And it was so cool that Fox showed the remaining episodes of that at the 7 o'clock or 7:30 time slot on Sunday. Well, usually at 7:30 is Bob's Burgers, then Simpsons, then Brooklyn Nine-Nine, then live Brooklyn Nine-Nine's at live action. That's the thing I'm complaining about on this video. Family Guy, and then Last Man on Earth. And Last Man on Earth is actually kind of a lie, but I love the show because he's really not the last man on Earth, except he was on the first episode, and that was it. And then he discovered people. Well, anyways, all these shows except for Brooklyn Nine-Nine were solid, either a solid 9 or a solid 10 out of 10. Fantastic shows. Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the first season, I remember it premiered on, I think it was 9:30 on a Tuesday night. I remember watching it. I wanted to see it. It had promise, and I liked the first episode, and then the first season was actually pretty good. And then they moved to 8:30 Tuesday night, and then for the second season they put in prime real estate between The Simpsons and Family Guy, 8:30 Sunday nights. And I don't know what happened with the second season. It kind of sucked. I mean, it wasn't. They didn't try to be funny. It wasn't even everything that was somewhat convincing. They're not. They went out the window. They're not convincing cops or anything. It was just inane banter back and forth. There was one great episode when he hurt his back, I think, and he got shot and stuff. That was a good episode, and that was funny. And I actually watched it with my dad. My dad, when he was still alive, and he thought it was funny. But my dad watches the show and he goes, lame, lame, lame. And it seems like they're doing the same thing this season. The very first episode. I mean, it's really went downhill. The first season won an Emmy for Best Comedy. Either Emmy or Golden Globe, but I think it was Emmy for Best Comedy. I don't know what they're doing. I mean, because I'm comparing it with a couple other cop comedies. Barney Miller, the iconic Barney Miller. Then The Job with Dennis Leary on ABC. And even Reno 911. Reno 911 was hit and miss, but Reno 911 pretty much had comedy in it. This one doesn't even try to be funny. It's just lazy. It's lazy writing. Every character is so predictable. Whatever credibility they had as cops or police officers in this is gone out the window completely. And basically, I watched the last season. It wasn't very good just because I was relaxing, watching my cartoons, and right in between those and stuff. I'm going to stop watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, it was so bad last year, and it's not getting any better this year. That they had like a police mascot of a pigeon. That was stupid. I mean, nothing was funny. I mean, I remember the first season they had like a thing when they were doing all these games. They clearly copied that off The Office, but I forgave them for that. No, it's going downhill. I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I don't know what's up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's terrible. I mean, when a couple of things happened, when that one guy was sleeping with that one, that Chelsea Peretti, I can't even remember their cast name. I remember Peralta. You know, don't even remember the names of the characters. It's just not memorable anymore. It's just like it's just a waste of time. The first season was actually pretty good. Nowhere near as good as Barney Miller, and nowhere near as good as The Job with Daniel Fleury. At least The Job was believable, and Barney Miller was believable. And there were times when there were serious parts, especially on The Job. The Job was a great show, and then it probably would have kept going, but Dennis Leary had to leave the show to just start Rescue Me, which is another great show. But his new show, Sex, Drugs, and Rock and Roll, sucks. But The Job and Rescue Me were great and brilliant. And Rescue Me had serious parts in it too. But I mean, and Reno 911 was cool, and it had its moment, hit and miss, but it was usually funny. And then they had the movie Reno 911, the movie, which I thought was pretty decent. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty. It had its funny parts. But I mean, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I mean, they might as well. They're not even trying no more. It's just lazy. It's just banter back and forth. He wants to make out with that girl named Macon in one break room. The guy one guy, police officer, had a heart attack. I mean, it was just lame, lazy writing. I don't know. I don't think it should be on the air no more. I mean, if this season doesn't get any better, I think it should be canceled. But that's just my opinion. You know, but I really don't like Brooklyn Nine-Nine anymore. I probably have to give it a 1 out of 10. They're not, well, I'll be generous and say 2 out of 10, but they're not even trying anymore. A very mild 2 out of 10. More like a 1.5 out of 10. How's that? So I don't know what's up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I'm so disappointed with the show. The first season was pretty good. It had a decent amount of laughs in it, and this season they're not even trying to be cops anymore. It's just banter back and forth that doesn't mean anything and not funny. I don't know. What's up with Brooklyn Nine-Nine? You tell me. I have no idea. It's not very good. The third season doesn't get any better. They might as well just cancel the show and bring Enlisted back. At least Enlisted was funny. I like that show. It just didn't get, I don't know, it just didn't reach a big enough audience. Bring that back and put it in instead of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. At least it's more interesting. You know? So, I don't know. Interesting to see where Last Man on Earth goes, though. So until next time, please take care of my legion. And then, boy, that guy is doing a pretty good job painting my picture. Looks very lifelike, don't it? Okay. Cool guy.